Welcome to our day 5 of our spring squats to trots. So today we are pulling it all together and putting it on horseback, which is the whole purpose of everything we've done so far. Everything is going to be now just getting your mind to focus on what muscles are working as you're riding. A lot of times once you hop on the horse, everything goes out the window. You forgot everything you did. You go back to your old ways and you're sitting up here and you're slouching here, where you're pushing through here, or you're just too loose in everything and you're moving along with the horse here, where we want to be able to hold everything still up top and let our bottom half do the work. So we want to be able to have that control as we're doing up top. So up top doesn't move, it goes gracefully gliding with the horse along, and then our lower half does the moving. Only thing up top that's moving are your shoulders here to give and support, or you're moving to help turn the horse, but never dropping here. So you're helping turn here or helping give here. So we're going to do just a little warm-up exercises, and then I'll show you some little exercises you can do as your horse is warming up, walking, a little trotting, things like that, to help your brain focus on your body as the horse is moving. So first is just, we're on the horse now. We want to take a big inhale up, exhale down. Inhale up, exhale down. Now, as we're sitting here, we want to make sure our hips are in the right position first. So we want to make sure we're not sitting on our back pockets here. And we want to make sure we're not trying to be overly proper and letting everything curve in our back and we're too far forward on our hips. So we want to make sure we're straight up and down right here. So not rocking back, where if you had back pockets, it would be squished on the back of the saddle, or if you're English, getting squished out of the saddle. We want to be up here so our butt cheeks aren't getting squished. All right, so we're just right on the top of the pelvis. So now we do an inhale and an exhale and an inhale and an exhale. So we got our hips right. We want to make sure our core is tight. So again, we tighten that core, roll your shoulders back and down. Now we raise our arms straight up and down, especially with the arm raise. That's a lot of times when the lower back says, here, I'll help. And you're like, no, you got to keep it under, core tight. Now you reach forward and up and back. I'm not rocking on those back pockets. And up. Again, forward. Inhale up. Exhale back and up. I'm going to reach and rotate. Inhale up. Exhale, reach and rotate. Opposite side of the neck, you can press on it. Inhale up. One more time each side. So I'm now getting my torso to move as I'm here. All right, so now pinch your shoulder blades or your shoulders up to your ears. I'm pinching them. Now I'm going to drop them down. Them up and then drop them down. You should feel your shoulder blades also slide down your back. Now you're going to roll them back and push them down. Roll them back and push them down. All right. Now we're going to go at the walk. So as we're walking, you can be warming up your horse. Your horse is just walking along on a loose rein. You're not too concerned about him, where he goes, what he does. If there's other horses in there, you can help steer. We're going to take some good deep breaths. We're going to focus on our hips again, making sure they're staying in the correct position. Nice and on the top of your pelvis. Water's not getting spilled out the top this way where we're too forward. And we're not here where it'd be spilling out the back. So we want to be straight up and down, tighten that core, give a few little shoulder rolls here. Now as you're walking forward and back, if you don't feel comfortable letting your horse go, you can hold one hand and go the other hand. But we're moving those shoulder blades and pinching them together. go the other way. Forward and back this way now, where we're swinging them down, forward and back. All right, so this time we're going to take and we're going to do the pocket exercise where we're pushing our hands down into our pockets and back up. Down into your pockets and back up. Up, pockets. Up, pockets, and switch. Up, pockets. So we're getting those shoulders to come back and move around. All right, so we practiced in our last day the posting. So when we were on the ground and we were pushing up. So as you're in the saddle, you can start with the basic version where you're going to lean forward. But again, I'm not just pushing my upper body forward. I'm almost scooting my butt backwards. And you can practice your post. So we're practicing our core and our shoulders are here. So this is nice and strong. This is the first start of it where we have this angle going. Then we're going to go straight. We're going to use either the horn or the pommel of the saddle to help us from falling backwards. So I'm not pressing up with my hand. I'm just helping it keep me from falling backwards onto their backs. So we're here, more straight up and down. Shoulders are staying in position. Give them a few little rolls when you feel tense. So now we're going to do this at the walk. So as we're here, I'm going up and down. Again, fingers are there for support. Right here. This keeps you nice and on top, in control. Core is tight. Hips are correct. Shoulders are back. All right, so now we're going to do a little trot set. So we're going to start and we're going to post. So we're going up and down. We're not letting the horses bounce and gravity do all the work now. We know if we need to, we can use the horn to help us from falling back onto their back. But as we're here, my core is tight, my shoulders are back. And then I go sit trot. And I keep my core tight and I keep my shoulders back. And I take a good breath so my hips stay loose. And I make sure I'm breathing. Roll your shoulders. Roll your shoulders. Give the shoulders a wiggle. Sometimes it's just about not being too stiff. And then we post again. Same thing. Roll your shoulders. Roll your shoulders. Give your shoulders a wiggle. Get them in position. Sit. Core gets tight. Hips stay loose. Shoulders stay back. Give your shoulders a wiggle. Big deep breaths. So again, they seem really basic, but a lot of times it's just you getting in your head of either not thinking about it or getting too in your head where you overthink it and you get stiff as a board. So you're trying to pull your shoulders back so much, your lower back's doing all the work actually, and then you start bouncing like a board on their back. So being able to slow it down in your head, shoulders back, hips, core, shoulders, take some breaths, wiggle your shoulders around. Another part of it is being able to move your arms forward and back like we talked in the beginning. So as you walk, go loose rein and your shoulders are, everything's in position. Hips, core, shoulders. Now I have my arms forward and I pull them back. Just like we did on the rows on your bands or dumbbells, where arms are forward and they come back. So I'm sliding my hands back this way. I'm not pulling this way with my hands. I'm pulling straight back and in. So you can make a big movement with moving your body very little. So you can make a big thing happen with the horse by just being able to pull your shoulders back. You can give to them, and then you can pull your shoulder blades. So that's a big one. Just a little movement of you can be a big change in the horse and how they feel. Last part of everything is your head. So we haven't talked about this yet, but if you have the back that arches, the shoulders that roll, another thing that usually happens is the head that pushes forward. A lot of times as we're watching TV or we're on our phones, this is what happens. And it puts a lot of stress on your spine and it makes your shoulders worse. So again, we're going to start at the bottom. Hips, core, shoulders. Now our last part is our chin. We're going to pull it into our neck. So I'm not tucking my chin in and down to my chest. I'm tucking my chin into my spine, and you should feel that stretch shoot down the back of your neck. And then you relax it. And I take my chin and I pull it back and I relax it. You can do this as you're walking around. Nobody should notice too much. You're just pulling your chin back and relaxing it. Pulling your chin back and relaxing it. You want to keep your eye gaze level and pull your chin back into your neck. So that's a really good one to help even you out just as you're walking around. A lot of these can be done just moving around. You don't have to take two hands off the horse. You can move your shoulders. You can get your hips, core, moving around a little bit on your horse so you're focused on what is actually moving and getting ready for work, or at the end of your ride as you're trying to relax down and they're cooling off when they're good and tired. And there you have it. So hopefully these are good little exercises to help get your brain focused on what's going on, keep you breathing, and keep you focused on the actual posture that you need to be having. I will see you guys next time. Bye.